So I've just gone and poached 3 eggs. I just boil water. I put 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I create a whirlpool with the spoon and then I cook them one at a time. And I just got some avocado, right? The avocado was so green and so hard and I couldn't actually mash it. But I keep buying avocados and then I leave them for one day, they're still green, and then next thing you know, they're moldy and like brown. So I just decided to use the avocado while it wasn't moldy, and I had to dice it up like a tomato basically. No, it was harder than a tomato. And then I'm going to basically mash that with a bit of cream cheese. Oh, sorry about all the shit everywhere. Just got back from holidays. And then I'm going to put it on some cruscets and add a shitload of salt because of my pots. If you guys want to see a video of like how I get more salt into my diet, then I'll do one. Here is my salt. I just mashed up the avocado and the cream cheese, and now I'm going to put salt in. Now, if you do not have pots, please don't follow this because it is really bad for your blood pressure if you have a healthy because it's really bad for your blood pressure if you have healthy blood pressure. But if you have low, like me, here is what I add. It might be hard to see. So yeah, that's about how much salt I add. And these are 3 cruscets, and I'm going to put the avo mix on top and then the eggs. So here's what it looks like. I'm going to eat it now and I'll tell you how it goes. Forgive how fucking gross I look right now. I'm about to have a shower and my chin is like breaking out from the stress of traveling and everything. That dinner was so delicious. I loved it. And that was basically the first thing I ate today. I didn't wake up till like 7 p.m. so I had that, and then now I'm gonna have some snacks and I'll show you what I'm having. I had like a handful of this fruity goodness berry. It has all this stuff in it, and I had, like about a handful of it. Still a fair bit left. Then for my dessert today, I had 3 passion fruits here in a bowl. If I'm going to splurge on like one food, it'll definitely be passion fruits because they're just so tasty. They're basically like lollies. It is day 2 of what I ate this week. It is 9:45 and I haven't really had a meal today. This morning I had a doctor's appointment. Well, this afternoon actually. I had a handful of this again. And then I also had 3 minties because there was a bowl of them at the doctor's office. Jakey has kindly made me a tea. This is a chai tea by Twinings, and it has some milk and 1 sugar. I've got my eggs on to poach. Here's one in here. And here's another one here. Tonight I am just going to have 2, not 3, because 3 was a little bit much. So I've got this vegan smoked salmon, and I just tried a piece of it. It tastes like the most fishy fish, like the most fishy vegan fish I've had. Obviously doesn't taste identical to salmon, but it definitely gets the essence of salmon, and you can also use it for the same uses. So I took it out of the packet, but on the back it says you can put it on bagel, or you can have it in an omelette or a crepe. Basically any way that you would have smoked salmon, you could use this instead. Similar to last night, only 2 eggs, but this time the avocado has dill in it as well. I know most people wouldn't like to have the same thing 2 nights in a row, but I have, because it's only like me and my boyfriend eating this stuff. Like if you buy a packet of something, it has more than like 4 serves, so you have to kind of use it up. And this is the faux salmon, and now I'm going to put a piece on top of each. Something I also forgot to do last night was pepper. So I put some pepper on top of all this here. Here we have my dinner. I know it's not like super pretty Instagram meal, but I'm pretty excited for it. We got my 2 poached eggs with salt and pepper. We got my my crisp bread cruskets with avocado, cream cheese, and chives. And then we've got the vegan salmon. So yes, because I'm having eggs and cream cheese, I'm not a vegan, I'm a vegetarian. I'm making tomorrow's night's dinner. This is still day 2, not day 3. Here we've got some mince, vegetarian mince. It is not vegan. It has egg whites in it as like a binding agent. So if you're a vegan, don't buy this. And I have never actually made vegetarian meatballs before, so I'm kind of excited for this. And I have the mince in the microwave, just like defrosting. Gonna make sure to like stir it every now and then so it doesn't, you know, get too hot in one spot and too cold in another spot. So I have that 300 grams of vegetarian mince. I've just added 2 eggs as a binding agent, and now I'm going to start adding all my spices. Now, using this like extreme amount of spices is not necessary, but I like all different flavors and I already have them all in my kitchen. So I'm just going to use them. Coriander. Oregano. Nutmeg. Cloves. Only a tiny bit of chili, depending on how chili you like it. Oh, there we go, that's enough. My favorite, ground turmeric, sage, cumin, a bit of paprika, and last but certainly not least, a fair amount of Moroccan seasoning, which is delicious. But make sure that you don't add in salt to this as well, because Moroccan seasoning is in a salt base. Oh, nearly forgot cracked pepper. Now, I hope there's no kind of cooking rule against putting that many spices in. I hope it doesn't taste gross, but it smells really good, so hopefully that's okay. I'm no professional. I'm going to put some olive oil in. Just a squirt. Now, I just added like a tiny bit of flour and I'm going to stir it and see how it goes. Remember, you can always add more, but you can't take away. And now it's at a stage where I think it looks pretty good. See how if I like smush it somewhere, it just like, it sticks there? It doesn't just like fall down the sides. It's hard to show this with only one hand. But yeah, I just kept adding like kind of more flour until it went like this. I got a saucepan heating for the meatballs. And I got a pot heating for the tomato sauce. So here I have my meatball stuffing stuff. And paper to make them on, baking paper. Or parchment paper, and I have 2 gloves because tip, if you have long nails like mine, you don't want to get it all underneath your nails. You don't want your long nails to be like touching all of it. So I'm just gonna wear gloves, and it doesn't feel as gross to get it all over your hands. We have ourselves some balls. So I'm only cooking like 7 of them right now, because I don't want to like overcrowd the pan and have them all fall apart and have them not heat evenly. So I'm just letting them cook, and over here I'm just about to put my tomatoes into this. Here's the tomatoes and the meatballs. As an evening snack, I'm going to have some strawberries. I'm not sure how many I'll eat. I'll just see how many feel like. So these tomatoes are searing nicely. I'm going to put some hamburger seasoning on them. Now, this is a really cool spice. It has all these ingredients like mustard, salt, onion, coriander, pepper, paprika, garlic, ginger, oregano, parsley, thyme, sage, and rosemary. So it's really nice. Now, these cherry tomatoes are mostly just in here for some texture to the main sauce. That's why I didn't peel them. They're just something a bit different and fresh in there. For the main sauce, I'm going to use a pre-made sauce, an olive sauce. I just finished cooking all the meatballs. I've got the sauce on the simmer, and now I'm going to add them all to the sauce. And here is the sauce with the meatballs sitting in it. I'm going to turn it down to simmer and put the lid on. And that's how it looks cooking now. So I ate all but one of the strawberries because it's kind of gone bad, so I'm not going to eat it. But yeah, the strawberries were really good actually. Also, I'm having a second cup of chai with milk and 1 sugar. I just made myself a final drink for the night. I got a shot of Bundaberg rum, shot of Pimm's, some muddled blueberries, and then I topped it off with some ginger beer and soda. Welcome to day 3. Here is Sermit. How you going, buddy? How you doing? And here is my breakfast. It's like 12:30, so more like lunch, I guess. I have 2 cruskets with some butter and peanut butter. By the way, I thought I would mention, if you don't see me drinking drinks, like I know in a lot of like vegetarian, what I ate this week, they're always eating like smoothies and everything. I like smoothies, but I don't like eat them every day as hydration. I will use just a cup, a big cup, and I'm just drinking water. I really, really love sparkling water or soda water, or I don't know, what do Americans call it? Club soda, something like that. We call it soda water or mineral water. And it's just water with a tiny bit of salt and carbonation. The carbonation doesn't do anything to your teeth like they used to think it did. They used to think the carbonation was bad for you, but it's pretty much been proven that it's the sugar in fizzy drink that's bad for you, and when there's no sugar, it's fine. This is my snack before I go out tonight. I'm going to a class to learn how to make nice chai teas. This is 2 cruskets, cream cheese mixed with chives and capsicum, and on top is my vegan smoked salmon. Amy.
I was pretty confident that was it, so we did venture.
Yeah.
It's very good backpack. Should I hold it to free you up?
Oh yeah, thank you.
It makes your back stick out more, and then you get...
It's okay. Hello. but so expensive.
Yes, only 6:31.
It's all steamy. This is how it looks. I'm gonna go get some parmesan to put on it and then tuck in. Here it is with parmesan, shredded parmesan, not like powdered, fresh, and I'm excited to see how it tastes. Also, I went to a class today at T2 about how to make chai. My mum came with me too, and we got to have a free cup each of chai. We got to taste some samples, and then also we got a sachet of chai, and also there was like 10% off all tea. I'm just watching some treacle tats in the background here, and I'm going to show you guys what I bought, and I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. Here's all the stuff I got. I got this, which is a tea maker, which is kind of self-explanatory. So I can like brew my tea in there, and it's actually got a really cool mechanism where it brews and then you sit it on top of a cup and it drains from the bottom into the cup. Then I got Lychee Bay Lookout, which is kind of a lychee, obviously, flavoured tea. I'm excited to try it. I got Lamington, which is chocolate and coconut. I got Jaffalicious, which is orange and chocolate, and then Red Velvet, which I'm like excited to see what that tastes like. This isn't tea leaves, it's like tisane powder, which is, it's kind of like similar to drinking chocolate, except red velvet tea. And this is a little instrument for if you want to make just one cup of tea with loose leaf instead of tea bags. You put the tea in here, this twists off, and then it sits in the cup. And I thought the rainbow chrome was really cool. It's a few hours later and I'm having another bowl of pasta and meatballs. The first bowl was really, really good. This bowl isn't actually that big. You can see here is like a cup of tea, so it's not like a full bowl, and I've got like 4 meatballs in it. It's fucking 6:30. I basically just woke up. I was feeling so sick last night, and so I stayed up till like 6 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. I heated Jakey up the last of the pasta and meatballs, and now I'm gonna go make myself a bit of food too. I haven't actually eaten anything today, and it's like nearly 6:40. But I've had a few cups of tea today. I've had some Jaffa tea, and I'm making myself a Lamington tea right now. This is the tea maker that I showed you guys last night. And I'm going to show you something really cool. I've been having like 1.5 sugars because the teas can be a little bit bitter if I don't put a bit more sugar, because they're very chocolatey. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys. This thing is so cool, right? Instead of like pouring it out the top, you just sit it here and it all drains from the bottom into the cup. So you just leave that there, and then see? I think that's so cool. So it's 8:40. I haven't eaten yet still, but I decided to make some milk chai. So I have this chai masala blend. It's like fresh tea, not dry tea. And I got a bit of sugar and just full milk, no water, and boiled it on the stove. And this is the first batch that I have put into the tea maker because it strains it. And I'm going to get myself a cuppa and see how it tastes. Forgive this spoon. That's what I've been using to ladle it. It's got some like skin, milk skin on it. So I made myself, I don't know if this counts as like a breakfast or lunch or dinner or a snack or something. It's like 10 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet today, 10 p.m. But I felt like eating this. And these are the last of the Cruskets. I used them up. And peanut butter with butter. Here's my plan, right? I've got all this, sorry, that looks kind of dirty, but it's just lettuce and capsicum. I've got all this lettuce leaves. I've got capsicum. I have my vegan smoked salmon and Philly cream cheese, cucumber, pickle, and mustard seeds. So my idea is I'm going to get each leaf. I'm going to spread some Philly on there. I'm going to put some capsicum laid in there. And then I'm going to put a piece of smoked salmon. And I know I'm repeating some of the things, but when you're only making meals for 1 or 2 people, like, you don't use a whole packet of something. So you have to, like, make it in the next few meals. Otherwise, like, it'll go off. And there's no point just buying it, using, like, a fifth of it, and then having to throw the rest away. This is, like, my plan. So I've spread some of the cream cheese onto a leaf. And I'm just sprinkling some salt on there. Just put on 2 pieces of capsicum. So I counted up the lettuce leaves. I'm only going to have enough to put 1 piece of capsicum in each. And I cut the vegan salmon into strips. And so that's how it looks. And I'm going to go make all the rest of them. So here is my dinner snack. My arm's just like yelling for some reason. Here they are. Oh, I got pepper under my nails. And hopefully they taste good. It is 5 a.m. and I am all wrapped up in bed, ready to go to sleep. Yes, I know. My sleep schedule is completely fucked up. It's probably the most worst and unsociable part of having a chronic illness, and it sucks. But that aside, here is my early morning snack, and the last thing from day 4. Technically it's day 5 actually, but since I haven't got to sleep yet, it doesn't really count. So this is 3 passion fruits, and I love them. I got a capsicum, zucchini, mushrooms, and this veggie roast. This brand used to be called Sanitarium, I'm pretty sure. The people that make Weet-Bix, and then they changed the name. So this little meat substitute here is vegan, and everything, this whole meal is going to be vegan today. I've got my oven preheating. It's on fan bake, and it is on like 175 Celsius. Here are our diced mushrooms. Now remember, always make a bit more mushrooms than you want. Same with zucchini. Always chop up a bit more than you want because of all the water in there. It cooks down a lot. And there I've like kind of diced my zucchini, but quite roughly. I've diced up my capsicum now. This is what the roll looks like. It's basically just a solid chunk. Here is 2/3 of it diced up. And I got this whole bag with all the veggies in there. I'm going to put everything in there so I can season it. Season and rub my roast, my veggie roast. So I've got Moroccan seasoning. I've got like nacho cheese vegan sprinkle, cracked pepper, and of course some rosemary. Now always make sure you slap the rosemary in your hand. Don't rub it too much because that can bruise it and make it be too bitter. And then I'm also going to pour some good olive oil over it. Our rubbed veggie roast is all ready to go in the oven, and I'm just going to put some baking paper on a tray and put it in. I don't really know like how long I'm going to cook it for. I'm just going to periodically check on it, see how it goes. This is how it looks on the tray. Obviously, I'm not going to be just like eating the whole tray of it. This will probably be a couple of meals, and also Jake, my boyfriend, will eat some too. So I'm waiting for my food to cook and I want to have a snack. So I have this bowl, which is like portion perfect. I know it's normally for like dividing up your actual meal, but it stops you from having a huge bowl because it's like, it's tiny. And this is what I'm going to have. Now, tips for snacking when you're trying to eat really healthy. Number one is, if you're only going to be eating a bit, choose like your favorite thing. Don't eat anything just for the sake of it. Get something that you really like. Also, don't eat it out of the bag because that encourages you to like eat the whole thing. Put it in a bowl. And the other thing is, like, you're allowed to have a bit of a snack every now and then. It's just about, you know, balancing it with, you know, all the other cool, healthy food that you're eating. So there is my little snack. I'm going to go sit on the couch and eat it. Now, people say if you're eating like snacky foods, that you should make sure not to watch TV or anything because, sorry, I'm just like walking around trying to remember where I put my water. But I found if you're like watching on your iPhone and you kind of keep watching something and then put it down and then like eat a bit more and then enjoy yourself, then you're inclined not to just gobble your food. Here's how it turned out. I think it looks really good. And the good thing about rosemary when it's baked really well is you can eat it. It's not all tough anymore. Forgive this little missing patch. I was like sampling little bits while it was cooking to see how well cooked it was. So I'm going to grab myself a bowl now because I'm really hungry. Here's my little bowl of it. You can see how small it is again. And I have small hands as well. I got some rosemary on top and I put some salt on top. And I actually used a huge amount. I didn't think it would fill that much of a bowl up. But yeah, I used over half, which surprised me. It's like 10:30 at night on day 5, Friday. And I'm having the rest of my veggie bake as my din-dins. I make myself a little nightcap, a little cocktail to finish the day with. I have a shot of Chambord, shot of strawberry liqueur, a shot of Smirnoff, and I got it in my little shaker and I gave it a good shake with some ice. I'm going to pour it into this glass. I'm going to give it a little cream float and I'm going to sprinkle some of this tea powder on top of it. And here is my cocktail. I hope it doesn't taste horrible. It is basically a red velvet cocktail, I guess you would call it. So hopefully it's good. And we got hungry, so I'm making some curry. Here is, what should we call it? It's cauliflower rice, which is just like chopped up cauliflower instead of actual rice, which is way better for you, obviously, because it's just veggies. And then we got this spinach and paneer curry from Coles own brand, Palak Paneer. And then also I got some sticks of veggie roast that I fried in Moroccan spices to add a bit of extra protein to the dish. So here is our little din-dins. What do you reckon, Jake?
Oh, it looks great.
Presentation needs work, but I swear it's fire. And here I'm having a Bundaberg ginger beer. It's a diet ginger beer. And
Bit
for
fenny.
the fenny, bit of fenny. And for the whole serving, there's 128 kilojoules. It is day 6. It is like 7:30 in the morning. I'm having 2 passion fruits, and then I'm gonna have a little bowl of chippies. Again, they're the sweet chili sour cream ones I opened yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. For dinner, we are having, here we got some couscous. This is one of those packets that you get that's like frozen and you heat them up. It's got carrot, red onion, spinach, couscous, chickpea, yeah, basically all that. Then I've heated up some veggie sausages. These are the faux pork snags, we call them stags in Australia, with fennel and black pepper, and they are seitan sausages, so they're based from wheat gluten. And then also I've got some tomatoes and zucchini. This is Jake's, and and he's getting some olive. Don't get them out with your fingers. So I'm gonna assemble mine now. Here's how it looks. So oh, hang on, sorry, I'm just filming. So that's how it looks all assembled. I gave Jake quite a bit more than me because obviously he doesn't have a band, so he can eat more. And it's pretty healthy, so that's why I got a big serve of it. And it's also delicious. I'm also going to put some butter on it because I just love having butter and couscous. And I definitely fill up more on try and fill myself with protein and fat and not much carbs, because apart from like healthy carbs like vegetables and stuff. I made myself a little cocktail. Yeah, it's not healthy at all, but hopefully it's delicious. It's got vodka, Chambord, some chocolate topping and cream that's shaken in a cocktail shaker with ice and poured into this glass, and then it's topped with Lindt chocolate crumbles. I'm going to be making a vegetarian salmon omelette. So I have diced some mushies. Here I'm chopping up some dill. I just kind of roughly chopped some more of my vegan smoked salmon. Obviously this recipe isn't vegan because it's an omelette. It's got eggs in it, but I'm sure there are ways to make an omelette without eggs, probably. No, not a good one apparently. So I'm going to get my eggs now and start adding it in. Now here we have 5 eggy boys, some pepper and some salt, and I'm going to go get some, I think probably Parmesan cheese and a little bit of milk, and then I'll put the fake salmon in and then I'm going to cook it. I put the milk and the Parmesan in now. I'm going to whip it good, and then put the salmon in like I keep saying I'm going to do. So I'm cooking my little omelette here. Looks pretty good. It looks like real salmon when it's just sitting in the omelette like that. I made one already. That's for Jakey. And I got one going here for me. And we've got more batter. So I'll see how it goes. So here's my din-dins all ready to eat. I gotta cook another omelette for Jakey, and then I'm gonna go sit down and munch. Here is my little dessert snack. It is 3 passion fruits.